The M1A1 bazooka was one of the more effective man-portable anti-tank weapons of the Second World War. It would be used by US forces across the globe and be responsible for taking out many enemy tanks, vehicles, and fortified positions. So you know all about the standard bazooka, but have you ever seen one of these before? In today's video, we'll talk about the US World War II Quad Bazooka. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. It's free and really helps the channel reach more history lovers like you. The US bazookas were, as mentioned before, very effective weapons. They were designed to be fired from the shoulder in a two-man team and used a shaped charge projectile. The issue with this projectile was the amount of smoke left behind when a soldier fired it. Of course, in a tight situation facing an enemy tank, that doesn't matter. You just want to get the rocket away and take out the tank. But with the smoke revealing your position to the enemy, that's not always the best thing. Trying to fire and move away quickly wasn't always feasible either. This is where the Quad Bazooka comes in. A group of soldiers in Nettuno, Italy, not far from the landings at Anzio, came up with the idea. Essentially, they found a German artillery transport case and fixed 4 bazookas around it. Then the whole thing was put onto a machine gun mount, which was fixed to the back of a jeep. Each of the bazookas had to be loaded individually, and once primed, they were all hooked up to a single piece of rope. When a soldier pulled the rope, all 4 bazookas fired at once, and towards the target. An incredibly ingenious battlefield creation, although its actual use in combat isn't well documented, and it's believed that only one of these existed. A slightly different version is a little more known, and that is the duel-bazooka. This was used during the Battle of the Bulge in late 1944 by airborne troops. This, as you can see, is 2 bazookas side by side, again fixed to a machine gun mount on the back of a jeep. The clear advantage of putting these weapons on a jeep was speed. Not only could the quad or the dual bazookas fire multiple projectiles towards the enemy, the jeep allowed the soldiers to move off to another firing position quickly, leaving the enemy little time to direct their fire towards their original position. But bazookas wouldn't be the only mounted anti-tank weapons on jeeps. The recoilless rifles, namely the M20 which fired a 75mm projectile, and the M18 which fired a 57mm projectile, were both trialled on jeeps. The M20 was produced very late in the war and only saw limited numbers. It's much more associated with combat during the Korean War, but the M18 did see more action than its older brother. The advantage of this over the bazooka was, as its name suggests, little to no recoil. The weapons were also very accurate and allowed more armor-penetrating power. But they still had the issue of smoke from the projectile leaving the barrel, and there weren't enough produced to overtake the bazooka as the mainstay of infantry anti-tank weapons. The previous examples were all jeep-mounted weapon systems, but if we look at this example here, it takes the quad bazooka one step further. Here are 6 bazookas mounted together on a PT boat. These were put together in an attempt to give these boats more firepower against enemy armoured boats. It worked much the same way as the quad bazookas in that all 6 could be rigged up to fire together. Another strange and interesting use of the M1A1 bazooka. What did you think about the quad bazooka? Had you seen it before? What about the anti-tank weapons in general? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to expand your knowledge and join the growing Premier History community.